Okay, let's dive right in. While everyone was busy watching the usual superpowers, something huge happened back in February 2026 that kind of slipped under the radar. It wasn't loud, but trust me, it could end up changing the entire global game. And this is where it all kicked off. When French President Emmanuel Macron visited India, the two countries started to, quietly but very deliberately, chart a new course for themselves, what they're calling a third way, in a world that pretty much demands you pick a side. And look, this was not just another photo op or a routine state visit to sign some deals. President Macron himself framed it as something way, way deeper. He actually called it a civilization story. I mean, that tells you this is about a partnership rooted in a shared past and, more importantly, a shared vision for the future. So, what came out of it? Officially, this, the Special Global Strategic Partnership. Now that's a mouthful, but those words are chosen very carefully in the world of diplomacy. It's a crystal clear signal that this relationship just leveled up, big time. We're talking top-tier alliance status for both of them. So what's really holding such an ambitious partnership together? Well, as is so often the case in global politics, it really boils down to the connection between two leaders. Yeah, people have called it the Modi-Macron bromance. And honestly, it seems to be more than just for the cameras. There's a genuine personal chemistry there, and that trust lets them just slice through the usual diplomatic red tape. It means they can make decisions and push these huge initiatives forward with incredible speed. And here's where it gets really interesting, especially in 2026. You've got India chairing the BRICS and France chairing the G7. So these two leaders, who already have this strong personal bond, effectively become the ultimate bridge between the West and the global South. I mean, what a uniquely powerful position to be in. Okay, so a friendship is great, but let's get to the proof, right? This whole thing is backed by massive concrete deals, the kind of deals that are really going to define their relationship for the next decade and beyond. At the very heart of this partnership is a huge pivot in defense. For years, India has been a buyer of military gear. Now, it's becoming a co-builder. We're talking about state-of-the-art helicopter assembly lines on Indian soil, joint ventures for building advanced missiles, and, of course, major deals for fighter jets, all with a massive made-in-India component. But hold on, it goes way beyond just military hardware. They kicked off a year of innovation focused on things like green tech. They've created a joint center for using AI in healthcare. They even tweaked their tax agreements to make it way easier for businesses to invest and grow in both countries. And check this out, it's not all about governments and giant corporations. There's a really powerful human side to this too. They've set a goal to have 30,000 Indian students studying in France by 2030. That's how you build connections that last for generations. So here's the most important question, right? All these high-level handshakes and fancy agreements, what does any of it actually mean for you, for ordinary people in India and France? How does it show up on the street? Well, for Indian citizens, the benefits are becoming pretty tangible. That AI health center could mean doctors can detect diseases faster. The new international classes are opening up more educational opportunities. And for anyone who travels, well, payments just got a whole lot easier. Seriously, just think about this for a second. You can now travel through France and use the exact same payment app you use to buy coffee back home. You're at the Eiffel Tower, you scan a QR code, and you pay instantly. No messing with Forex cards, no crazy fees. That is a total game changer for travelers. And it is absolutely a two-way street. For people in France, this partnership is a big deal for clean energy, especially with collaboration on new nuclear reactors. Plus, their biggest companies get much better access to India's incredible pool of engineering talent to power their industries. All right, so we've covered what it means for people on the ground. Now let's zoom all the way out and look at the global chessboard, because the impact this alliance is having on the world stage is pretty profound. Both France and India are huge champions of this one core idea: strategic autonomy. It's the engine behind their third way. So what does it mean? In simple terms, it means you call your own shots. You make decisions based on your own interests, not because Washington or Beijing is telling you what to do. And you can bet this new axis is forcing other world powers to sit up and recalculate. The US is increasingly seeing India as an equal partner, not just a follower. China now sees a much stronger, more capable rival in the Indo-Pacific. And Russia? Well, Russia is watching as France might just be replacing it as India's go-to partner for high-tech defense. And make no mistake, this is not some short-term plan that's going to fizzle out after the next election. The whole partnership is guided by a really long-term vision, and it's called Horizon 2047. It's basically a detailed roadmap with clear milestones laid out for decades to come, in space, in education, in economic development, and it's all designed to line up perfectly with 2047, which marks 100 years of India's independence and aligns with its national goal of becoming a developed nation, or Viksit Bharat. From the depths of the oceans to the far reaches of space, that visit in February 2026 proved that this partnership really has no boundaries. Which leaves us with one big question to think about. In a world that seems to be pulling itself apart, could this Indo-French alliance actually be the strongest, most important duo in modern geopolitics?